Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yeah, visible.
Yes.
Good morning, Vijay.
Yeah, good morning. So in the last class, just I was briefing you about Azure data engineering, right? Yes. So cloud major, so just I'll take 5 minutes what we have discussed in the last class. Right. So in the last class, we had a demonstration on this Azure data engineering, right? Yes. Cloud majorly utilized for storing, analyzing, and delivering the data in various forms, right? Yes. So I was discussing that if you go with the cloud, what is advantage? Generally an on-premises, right? So we need to set up our own hardware infrastructure, OS installation, and purchasing the database license, installing of database server, and designing the database object. To maintain all this, right? Yes. To maintain all this, we require separate teams like hardware team, operating system team, networking, security, database administrators, right? So, but here, whenever you go in the cloud platform, in the cloud premises, we no need to maintain all this. We no need to maintain any infrastructure. We no need of any licenses. Here, everything in the cloud environment, right? Yes. So data engineer with all these cloud services, data engineer with this all these cloud services work on the data and make it into useful, right? And structured form. They're responsible for the data flow smoothly, right? The data engineers are responsible for the smooth data flow from the source to destination. So data engineers preparation of data, cleansing of data, transforming of data, and processing of data. They are going to perform data preparation, data cleansing, data transformations, and data processing. So data scientist strategizes for the future is going to analyze the data, identifying the patterns in it, and recommendations for the future. And data analyst summarizes the past, is going to analyze the data, summarize the data of the past, and visualizing the data. More than 80% of the data analysis work is done by data engineers. Data engineers does all the groundwork for all data scientists and data analysts. Data engineering, what are the sources of the data? What is the format of the data? And how to transform the data, and what is the destination of the data? So in the last class, just I was briefing you about the role of a Azure data engineer, right? So main roles of this Azure data engineer, designing the entire data flow architecture, creating data warehouse for storing analytical data, storing data warehouse for storing this analytical data, performing ETL, extract, transform, and load. Here we perform ETL only, but here the working style, will be ELT. The working style will be ELT, extract, load, transform. Extract the data from the different sources, load it into one staging area, later transform it. ELT. Data monitoring. Data engineers make sure that ETL is performed in a proper way. Data is available, right? Data security. Data security is also one of the major responsibility of data engineers. Collaboration and communication. Collaborating and communication with the business team and also with the data scientist to check the required data, in which format the data is required, right? delivering the data as per their needs or requirement. Analytics, they need to have some knowledge on this analytics, and also on this certain process need to be automated. I was discussing about Azure data engineering products, Azure SQL. It is a cloud RDBMS data. It's a cloud RDBMS database of Microsoft in Azure operations. It is for OLTP operations. It is for OLTP. Azure SQL is for OLTP, right? It is not for data warehouse. It is not for data warehouse. Azure Data Lake, it's a kind of file system with unlimited data storage on-premise. HDFS, if you got Hadoop distributed file system, it is on-premise distributed file system. But Azure Data Lake is a cloud DFS. It is a repository of large varieties of structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data. See here, not only this, every cloud data lake, right? Yes. Provides some benefits. Every cloud data lake provides some benefits. Main benefits of this data lake, unlimited storage. Secondly, supports all varieties of data. Supports all formats of data. Supports all formats of data. See here, unlimited data storage is fine. Supports all varieties of data means structured data, right?
Unstructured, semi-structured.
Unstructured and semi-structured, right? I want the sessions to be interactive. Everyone unmute yourself and try to respond. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, not a problem, right? I want the sessions to be more interactive, more live, right? So here, semi-structured and unstructured. Example of structured data, right? Example of structured data. Database tables. Yes, everyone. Database tables. Excel files. Semi-structured data. Example for semi-structured.
JSON,
JSON.
Yeah, JSON.
XML,
Just
XML you can say, JSON you can say, right? Any other? Unstructured data example?
like audio, video.
Yes.
images,
Generally, if you talk about the chart messages, raw text means any text, right? And
on
images, yes, as videos, these things.
PDF files,
Yes. So all comes in the raw text. Supports all formats of data. It is going to support all, as it is a kind of file system, right? Data lake is a kind of all formats of data, whatever, like formats means .txt format, .csv format,
.js.
.xls format, Excel, .tar format, .zip format, .gzip format, any format, right? Any format it is going to support. One second. Here, one second. If we talk about data lake, a lot of discussion on this data lake. Here, data in files, right? Data is in the files. If data in files means we cannot set up relationships. We cannot set up a relationship between the files. Is it possible? Is relationship to setting up, just like with tables, we set up relationship, right? For database tables. But if data in files means we cannot set up relationship between the files. If data is in the tables, we can set up relationship. If data is within the tables, we can set relationship by using primary key or foreign key, right? For example, I got employee.txt file. Department file is available, not tables, txt files. For example, there attendance.txt, and for example, salaries.txt. Some txt files are available. Here we cannot set up relationship between the files, but if the data is in the form of tables, we can set up relationship. We can set up relationship. For example, we have got a tables, example tables such as
Yes, we can.
orders, sales transactions, for example, customers, products. You may ask why these many storage systems, why these many storage services in Azure. For that I'm discussing, right? What is there in this Azure Data Lake file system? What we cannot do, setting up the relationship between the files is not possible. Here, what is the relationship here? Here, what is the relationship between this orders, sales transactions, customers, and products? What is the relationship? For example, orders of what? Orders of what? A particular product. You're ordering what? A particular product. Booked for whom? Booked for whom? A particular customer. See here, product table is there. Booked for whom? A particular customer. And what is the relationship between this sales transaction? So order table is there, customers table, products table, sales transaction. First order of what? Product. Product booked for whom? A particular customer. How this related? Okay. Once order confirmed, for example, once order confirmed as a transaction. Once order confirmed as a transaction, that is what? Sales transaction. So here, what am I expecting here? What I am expecting? So I'm expecting so that too here data lake is for unlimited storage. I want in the same style. So I'm expecting a cloud or DBMS. I'm expecting a cloud because if tables are there, relationship possible. So I'm expecting a cloud or DBMS. The two used for DWH data warehouse. The two I'm expecting. The two what I'm expecting? Parallel processing. The two I'm expecting parallel processing. That is nothing but anyone. That is nothing but yesterday we discussed.
Distributed computing.
Azure Synapse. There is nothing but Azure Synapse. Okay, just to go back here, space discussion. Right, I'm bringing it here. Cloud or DBMS for data warehouse, for analytics, for batch processing, for parallel processing. So here, if I talk on this, here we have a database. Here we have a database. Here we have a database called Azure Synapse SQL Pool DB. Azure SQL, Azure Synapse SQL Pool DB. In a simple way, we say as Synapse DB. We call it as Synapse DB. Yes. What is Synapse DB? What is Synapse DB means? It's a cloud data warehouse of Azure. You may ask, students generally ask, then when to go for? Okay, when to go for Azure Data Lake? And when to go for Azure Synapse? When to go for Azure Synapse and when to go for Azure Data Lake? Azure Synapse means data is in the form of what? Azure Synapse means data is expected in what form?
Structured.
Object, data
Structured
objects,
form.
data object, structured form, right? Data is in the form of,
Analytical form.
yes. If data is structured, if data is structured, the form of tables. When to go for Azure Data Lake? Like if data
Unstructured or semi-structured.
unstructured and semi-structured. Yes.
But data lake can accept structured data also, right?
Yes, it can handle structure also because even files can have structured data, right?
Right.
Yes. But generally, in which situation, right? Like unstructured or semi-structured, this is for structured. And now, okay. I was talking about Azure Data Factory. It's a cloud-based ETL of Microsoft. ADF is a data integration service. It creates workflows for data movement and transformations. Okay. Where you will see this ADF? So we have got, for example, now up to now, whatever discussion we had till now, check this. OLTP systems are there. OLTP systems. And here data warehouse systems, data warehouse. Data warehouse. What are the cloud OLTP systems? Cloud OLTP systems. Not for data warehouse. First component, Azure SQL. Azure SQL, and also like Oracle is on premises, right? SQL Server. MySQL, MongoDB, all this. Data warehouse, try to say me, the data warehouse that means stores historical data. What is stores? Stores historical data. It stores historical data means what are the Azure services or the components? Azure Synapse, like a cloud or DBMS for data warehouse, DWH. And one more, even you can take this Azure Data Lake also. Azure Data Lake. But here, okay, OLTP systems, Azure SQL. Data warehouse, Azure Synapse and Azure Data Lake. Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory.
It is interaction between them.
Yes,
It will be in
interaction.
between OLTP and data warehouse.
Yes, yes. So it doesn't come in OLTP, it doesn't come in data warehouse. It is neither of it. It is like a integration service between this OLTP and data warehouse. For example, stores historical data, right? Stores historical data. Stores historical data. Data warehouse means, for example, Today, I'm doing a transaction. Today, I'm doing a transaction. Tomorrow, it is a history. Today, I'm doing a transaction. Tomorrow, it is an history. So here, all transactions captured at OLTP systems. How to bring this transaction? So here I'm writing all transactions are captured at OLTP systems, right? At OLTP systems, right? How to bring these transactions? All the transactions captured at this OLTP systems. How to bring these transactions? How to bring these transactions?
Through ETL.
Into warehouse.
Through ADF.
Into warehouse systems. Generally we have ETL.
Yes.
Generally we have ETL by using ETL tools. Right? Yes. Like what are some ETL tools? Examples of ETL tools? Informatica, data
AWS Glue.
yes, data stage, talent. In this way, many are there. So in this way, okay. All these are on-premise ETL tools. On-premise ETL tools, right? Yes. But what is my expectation? But I need a ETL on cloud. I need an ETL on cloud. That is what? ADF, Azure Data Factory.
Right.
So ADF, Azure Data. Using this, using ADF, Azure Data Factory, we can connect with, yes, we can connect with normal cloud databases. Using ADF, we can connect with, can say like Azure cloud databases. How to, as you can say, Azure cloud storage systems. We can also connect with non-Azure cloud.
It means in-premise systems.
Non-Azure cloud systems. 1 second. And on-premise databases and NoSQL databases. NoSQL databases. What is this Azure cloud storage systems, right? Like data lake, Azure SQL, Synapse, these things. Non-Azure cloud systems means AWS, these things.
Google
On,
Drive or something.
yes, on like Google and Amazon, right? On-premise databases, like and NoSQL databases. You can do any of this. You can source and target can be anything. My source can be on-premise database. My target can be a Azure cloud. An on-premise database, I want to pull the data into my Azure cloud. So anything, the source can be anything, target can be anything. Otherwise, both source and target can be my Azure only. From Azure to Azure means like Azure SQL can be my source. Target can be my data lake. In this way. So what you do using ADF? using ADF. We extract data, and pump the data into data lake or Synapse. And then perform transformations, We extract data. Yes, some queries was asked. 1 second. Okay. Right, okay. We extract data and pump the data into data lake or Synapse and then perform transformations. Once data reach into data lake, you can also perform parallel processing. But previously, some process were taking hours of time. Now you can see that as parallel processing happenings in minutes of time, right? Here it is. Here it is ETL. Here it is ETL. But our working style ELT. ELT means extract, load, and transform. Extract, load, and extract the data from the data sources, load it, later transform it. ETL generally, ETL for small volumes.
Oh, Vijay, just a question here. So here, I mean, like, we load the data to the destination and then we transform, is it?
Say, for example, you're bringing data from that source to, for example, you're loading data into data lake. For example,
Okay.
data like a storage system. So after that, from there, you can take the required data and transform it. What is your required data? You can take in how much data, what data required that you can take and transform the data.
Okay.
So it's kind of a data like it's a kind of staging area, you can say. So
Okay.
here I'm saying here it is ETL, but working style is ELT. People who have got okay, when to go for ETL, when to go for ELT. ELT for huge volumes of data. People, if you have got knowledge on Hadoop, big data, Hadoop or Spark, what you're performing, ETL or ELT? For huge volumes of data, means in terabytes or in petabytes of data. Means in the case of a big data environment also, from different data sources, you are going to pull the data into a single place. First, you will extract it and load it. You extract the data from different sources and load it. Like we got a Hadoop HDFS file system. From that, later you are going to process the data. You will take the required data. You want particular branch data or particular department number data or particular product data or particular year data, whichever, based on that you filter, you transform it, you process it. And again, finally, if you want in the same system, the same storage systems, you can dump it. Fine. So for small volumes, ELT is for huge volumes. Load it, extract from different sources, load it, and later transform it.
After transforming, again, we are loading the data into data lakes, or what you are doing?
So okay, you can go with you can take it data into the Synapse, and from that Synapse you can perform some kind of reportings, visualizations. Everything can be done.
You mean
Where-
to say, again, after loading the data into data lake or
One second.
Synapse,
Yes,
we are
one
process the data, transform the data. Again, we are moving that process data into the same data lake only. From that, we are sending for the visualization part.
Yes.
Oh.
So yes, it can be any Azure cloud storage system.
Okay. Again, we can send it if you want.
The source can be any like Azure or non-Azure. The target can be any Azure. Finally, our destination will be some Azure storage, right? Yes. So here, up to now, what was the discussion, right? Yes. It is for cloud or DBMS, not it's for OLTP operation, not for data warehouse, and this is not for batch processing. This is not for batch processing. Data lake, distributed file system, the advantage, unlimited storage, supports all varieties, supports all formats of data. It's a kind of file systems. Just like in databases, internal, for example, if you take MySQL database, internally one database will be there. Internally, we will create one database. In the database, you will store all the tables. The same way in the data lake, we have got the concept of containers. Within the containers, you will keep all your files. Synapse. So I was expecting a cloud or DBMS, that too used for data warehouse, that too I'm expecting parallel processing, that is nothing but Azure Synapse. And here also, right, in Azure Data Factory, I'm expecting, I need a tool, I need a ETL tool, that too on cloud, that is nothing but ADF. It is an integration, so between the OLTP systems and this data warehouse. I can write here ADF integration service. It is an integration service between the OLTP systems and data warehouse systems. It doesn't come in OLTP or it doesn't come in this data warehouse. It's an integration between these two systems. Extract, transfer, it will perform ETL. The main thing what it is going to do is ETL. Now coming to this Databricks. First, people might be asking, actually, what is Databricks? What is Databricks? Provides Spark cluster in cloud. Provides a Spark cluster in cloud. Means generally, Spark is going to run on a distributed cluster. So it is provided by Databricks in cloud environment. Databricks provides Spark cluster, means master slave architecture. It follows master, single master, multiple slaves. Means group of nodes, group of CPUs connected in a network. In that one will be the master, other will be the slaves. Master slave architecture. If you have got multiple systems that are interconnected, we call it as a cluster. So distributed cluster, right? Your data is going to get distributed across multiple systems and processed parallelly. Okay. If your data is increasing, your systems need to increase. Means your slaves need to increase. That is, your worker nodes need to be increasing, right? So here, just I'll discuss what is a Spark. I'm not going to brief you about these things at now, but just within 1 or 2 lines. It is an execution model. It is an execution model to process big data, huge data, right? With high speed. With high speed. Main features, if I can say Spark main features, right? Yes. In-memory computation. In-memory computation, parallel process style, supports MPP. Okay. Parallel process style means MPP only. MPP means massive parallel process. Massive parallel process. Lazy evaluated. Lazy evaluated. Active evolution, lazy evolution. Active evolution means, for example, you are writing notes immediately today itself, if you are reading it, that is active evolution. But lazy evolution means, for example, now you are writing the notes whenever after 1 month, if an exam is kept, at that time, if you are reading, that is what lazy evolution. Which one is better means lazy evolution only is better. Means how come lazy evolution means? For example, just like if you take a normal, if you take about the programming, functions are there. You define a function, but whenever you call a function only, it executes. Whenever you call a function only, it executes. If you're not calling, the function won't execute. When to execute, where to execute, how many times you want to execute, you can execute it, right? The same way here, lazy evolution means you are defining data flow. When to, if execution of the data flow, whenever you perform some kind of action only, your data flow going to execute. Until then, it is not going to execute. When to execute, when to provide that action, everything, it depends. So lazy evolution is nothing but whenever you perform any kind of action only, your data flow executes from the root to that destination, right? From that root to that current RTD. So here, lazy evaluated. Lazy evaluated means on demand, simply saying on demand executing the flow. On demand executing the flow. So in-memory computation, parallel process, lazy evaluated. Simply you can say the speed of Spark. Spark is 100 times faster. Spark is 100 times faster. Normal disk processing, right? Yes. It is 100 times faster than normal disk processing. In 2016, yahoo.com tested with Spark. Tested with Spark. Having cluster of 390. Having a cluster of 390 nodes. 390 nodes means CPUs, systems. With 390 nodes or the task sorting 1 TB data, 1 TB data, right? Just to sort 1 TB of data. Executed in 1.2 minutes. This high speed. Executed in 1.2 minutes means it is high speed. If same thing in 2013, yahoo.com, same yahoo.com. Tested with Oracle. When still it was Spark in, it's not yet released. So in 2013, Yahoo.com tested with Oracle when Spark was not yet released. Sorting 1 TB data. Sorting 1 TB data. Time taken by Oracle. Time taken by Oracle, right? 3.5 days. Time taken by Oracle, right? 3.5 days. Because no parallel processing. No parallel processing, right? Same thing executed by MySQL in 6 days. You know about the specialized databases used for data warehouse like Teradata. 4.5 hours. Netija. 3 hours testing. So these have taken days of time. This Teradata, Netija, or specialized databases used for data warehouse. They have taken later. Finally, Hadoop is a big data tool, right? It has taken 4.2 minutes. Hadoop 4.2 minutes. Hadoop using MR execution, MapReduce execution. MR means MapReduce. There's an execution model. Hadoop, see here, people thinking that, okay, it has taken, Oracle has taken this days of time, Teradata has taken 4.5 hours, Netija has taken 3 hours, Hadoop has taken 4 minutes. People, okay, saying that Hadoop has taken very less time, where others have taken days and hours. But when Spark was introduced, Spark is 100 times faster. 100 times faster than Hadoop. MR means MapReduce. Hadoop using MR model. MR means MapReduce execution model. Spark is 100 times faster than this MR. But here the problem with Spark. So why I'm talking, because in Azure Databricks we'll be discussing about PySpark. Spark with Python implementation, right? Yes. The problem with Spark here. Independently it cannot run. Independently it cannot run. It needs a cluster. It needs a cluster. Like on-premise cluster. Hadoopian. So people who have knowledge on this big data, right? It needs a cluster like the on-premise cluster like Hadoopian. And that too, what is the other problem, other drawback with this? Example, you have got a single master, multiple slaves, where your data is getting stored across multiple systems, multiple slave systems. Assume we have 500 nodes, 500 CPUs. This 500 nodes, right? This 500 nodes cluster, right? For example, is worthy processing 2 TB, processing 2 DB data at a time. Understand this? We have 500 nodes. In that 500 nodes cluster is worthy processing 2 DB data at a time. For example, suddenly tomorrow your data increased. Your data volume is increased. Your data volume is increased. If same cluster used, speed goes down. Speed goes down, right, as data volume increased. So what you will do? Speeds goes down means what you will do? If same cluster is used, speed will go down.
Add more.
Yes, add more.
workload.
We need to scale.
Yeah.
Scale up the cluster. We need to scale up the. For example, I added some nodes. By adding new nodes, we need to add some new nodes. 100 new nodes added. 100 new nodes got added. But again, after 1 month, again data volume increased. Again, after 1 month, data volume increased. Again, 100 nodes added. Again, 100. But here, what is the problem here? Every time scaling the physical data center, right? Every time scaling up your physical data center is a complex task. Previously, data volume increased by small amount. Today, data volume is increasing by large amount. Right, so that's why. So that's why what I'm expecting. I need the same cluster. I need the same cluster. I need the same cluster in cloud, and the two. Auto scaling, the two with auto scaling. Every time I know it by auto scaling capability. Auto scaling capability means automatically based on the incoming data, it has to scale. Who is providing this? I want
Databricks.
same cluster in the cloud and that too with auto scaling capability. Who is providing? Yes,
Databricks.
Databricks. So that normal Databricks, I'm talking about normal Databricks, not Azure Databricks. Normal Databricks is providing like Spark Cloud Cluster, provides Spark Cloud Cluster, right? Auto scaling feature, auto scaling feature. Example, for example, if we talk about today, my data load requires 100 nodes, 100 CPUs. Tomorrow, data volume increased. Data volume increased. It is extended to 200. It is extended to 200 automatically. It is extended to 100 automatically. After processing is completed, again, it has to revert back. To 100 nodes. Whenever required, extend it, and again after processing is complete, again revert back to this 100 nodes. This is general Databricks. This is general Databricks. So don't worry, I'll be discussing about this Spark and Spark
If
architecture.
data volume is reduces, so that the 100 nodes will be reduced or
You are maintaining this 100, right?
okay.
But whether you have a less, but if it is more, it automatically extends and again revert back to this.
Okay.
So, sir, based on the minimum and maximum number of nodes, right?
So that is, yes. So it's everything, it is going to take auto scaling feature, right? Auto scaling feature available. But generally on premise, what we need to do, we need to keep on changing that. We need to
Adding.
keep on scaling. We need to keep on scaling. It's a complex task, right? So yes, this in
Right.
general, this is whatever I'm discussing is general Databricks. But what is the problem with the general Databricks? It cannot interact. It cannot interact with my Azure storage services. It cannot interact with my Azure storage services. In Azure, what are the storage services? In Azure, storage services are right. Just know what I discussed. Azure SQL is one. ADF is not a storage. It is just an integration service. Azure Data Lake.
Blob.
Azure Synapse. Those are objects we say. We have got file shares, blobs, all these things, right? Azure SQL, Azure Data Lake, Azure Synapse. Okay. Regular, what is it? Regular Databricks. Regular Databricks, right? Yes. Is not compatible, right? With all Azure services. All that's why Microsoft and Databricks plus Databricks collaboratively launched a new product called
Azure Databricks.
Azure Databricks. Azure Databricks, right? Now try to say Azure Databricks advantage. Azure Databricks. Generally, I'm saying ADB. Yes. Try to say it is
Compatible.
it is a okay. It is a Spark cluster with auto scaling feature. Auto scaling and yes, compatible, right? And with auto scaling feature and compatible. All Azure data storage services, right? Yes. Azure services. Now my Azure database can read data from this Azure SQL, Azure Data Lake, Azure Synapse, and also like Azure Cosmos DB, NoSQL. Normal Databricks, right? Normal Databricks also, if you want to work, we need to do some other kind of settings. We need to call some different APIs. But Databricks not only available for Azure, Databricks not only available for Azure, but also available for AWS and for Google. In Databricks, who is processing the data?
The VM on
Databricks, who is processing the data? Spark.
Spark.
Spark execution model. What help Databricks is doing here? What help Databricks is doing here means it is providing a cluster. And another help, it's that too with auto scaling feature. And also like compatible with Azure storage services. All this provided by X. To execute Spark, it is providing a cluster. And also with auto scaling feature and also compatible with Azure storage services, right? Yes. You can say for Azure Databricks, Spark is the execution weapon, right? If you are a developer, you are providing the instructions to process the data in the form of coding to perform complex transformations, right? So in our course, right, Spark has got multi-language support. Spark has got multi-language support, right? Like it can be executed using Python, using Scala language, using Java language, using R language. But in the current industry, mostly preferred ones, Python and Scala. So mostly today in this industry, Python is mostly preferred. But I said 4 languages supports us this Spark. Python, Scala, Java, R language. But Java not supported for Azure Databricks. For normal Databricks, it is supported, but for Azure Databricks, Java is not supported. You cannot use Java for executing Spark. Okay. So I can say PySpark. Okay.
It
So-
supports, right? It supports.
Yes. So here Python supports. So in the current, in the current industry, most of the Databricks applications, PySpark is the majority of the code. Currently, most of the projects are available in PySpark. Okay, and also current industry, right? Even there were some queries asked by the students. Current industry is taking 2 separate developers. Databricks a separate developer, ADF separate developer. So as I was saying, right, currently we have got separate developer for Databricks, separate developer for ADF. So initially you can get in with any of this position, but in the future you require the knowledge of both ADF and Databricks, right? So as part of the course, I'll be discussing both ADF and Azure Databricks and Azure Synapse Analytics, right? Yes. In brief, everything, not a worry. People who are from non-programming, do you think if you heard any technical words today? Everything, just it was an overview, right? But everything will be discussing in brief, right? Everything, whatever I discuss will be understandable, right? Later I discuss, okay, in the next session, okay, next 2 sessions also you people can attend, right? Same timing at 10 o'clock using the same link. I'm not going to change the link. So next 2 sessions, right, you people can attend the session. Anyone before that, right? How many of you have got a subscription to Azure, either free or paid subscription, any of it? Try to say yes in the chat. How many of you have got subscription to Azure, either it's a free or pay as you go? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, not a problem. I'll show you, right, step by step how to pay that subscription and this how to work with this Azure portal. Yes, some query was asked. Now, if you have got any queries, you can go with your queries. And before that, our next session will be on Monday. Tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I'll be busy with the weekend classes. I'll be handling with other like big data courses, Hadoop, PySpark classes, right?
So
So
Vijay,
next class will be on Monday at 10 a.m. With the same link you can attend, right? Yes, yeah. More discussion on this.
can you please share this running notes if possible?
Yes, yes. Now itself I'll forward it. See,
Mhm.
whatever I discussed yesterday and today about this storage services and this roles, the Azure data engineer roles and these things, right? One second.
Mhm.
Now
Sir,
itself, okay, at that, just one second. Just within 1 or 2 minutes, I'll just paste it in the Zoom chat only.
Mhm.
sir, your one more session is going on at 5 p.m., right? That is also continuing or
Yes, yes,
both are running, sir?
yes.
Okay.
So
Sir,
from
can you
week,
please differentiate the Azure data, Azure SQL and Azure Synapse?
Azure SQL and
Azure Synapse.
yes, yes. Azure SQL and Azure Synapse. Azure SQL is only for what operation? Everyone, just now we discussed, right? I've given Azure SQL and Azure Synapse. Try to respond, everyone. Azure SQL, what it perform, and Azure Synapse. Azure SQL is only for OLTP operations, for online processing.
Okay.
It's not for data warehouse. Azure Synapse is also like a cloud or DBMS, but it's for data warehouse, and also it performs batch processing. It is for batch processing, and this Azure SQL is not for batch processing.
Yeah, hi.
What about Cosmos DB, sir?
Cosmos DB, right? It's a kind of NoSQL database. Schemaless behavior, you can see.
Understood.
It's a cloud NoSQL. Cloud NoSQL means Cosmos DB.
Mhm.
Pure RDBMS, online processing, OLTP processing means Azure SQL. And
Okay.
Synapse means for data warehouse, that is the RDBMS. And for file system, I'm getting a lot of sounds from someone. And for file system means you go for data lake.
Okay.
And for NoSQL, Cosmos DB. For Azure SQL, there is RDBMS, Azure SQL.
So data lake is also data warehouse, right?
Yes,
Okay.
where we can store the data.
So sir, in coming to ELT and ETL.
Mhm.
So while in ETL,
Mhm.
while before loading, we are transforming, right?
Mhm.
Means transfer means we want to remove the unnecessary things and modifying something, whatever we require.
Mhm.
And fresh and very proper data we are sending in, loading into that another database.
Mhm. Yes, yes.
So here in the ELT, so after loading, we are doing all the transformations you are saying.
Yes, yes.
So then again, the data will not be a proper, right, in the entire database. Something will be missing. It's not good, right? After loading, we need to do
No. See here in the case of ELT, for ELT, right? ELT, first you bring the raw data. First you bring the raw data, the unprocessed data
Okay.
from the different data sources, load it, and later you transform that based on some business logic, right? You can implement transform it, and after transform it again, you are going to load it into other storage system. Either it can be a same storage, or it can be a different storage.
So after loading, if you do modification transformation, it will be cost, right? It will be waste. Means it's a burden for database and everything, right?
See here, generally tables will have lot of indexes will be there, keys, constants will be there, keys will be there, right? It is going to take lot of time for loading. So just will be keeping one staging area. From there, you are going to process with the required data.
Okay, in staging area, we are doing all these transformations, right?
So just we will be bringing it to one place. From there onwards, you are with the required data only you take, and you can go into process it.
Okay. Okay, understood.
First, you need to bring the data, entire data you need to bring there. For performing anything, data should be available. Yes, someone asking with yes, difference between ADF and ADB. Yes, Gopi Krishna, right? OLTP and OLAP, online transactional processing. OLAP, analytical processing. For data warehouse, you go for OLAP. For normal databases like OLTPs, that OLTP. Like online processing, you go for online processing, right? You go for OLTP. For day-to-day operations, right? OLTP. Yes, Satya, yes.
Yes,
OLAP
that was
operation.
for yeah. Yes,
Data
actually somebody had asked data lake versus Synapse, so I just put it there.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Sir, just one
So
question.
once our ADF is completed, we will provide any projects, sir, or we
Yes,
are doing any project?
Yes, we'll be doing.
After final ADB also, we will do one more project, huh?
We'll totally will be doing one project. I'll be showing you all these things.
Sorry.
In ADF, I'll be doing one. In ADB, I'll be doing one.
Okay. So you are focusing on even means theory also. So it will enough time for 3 months for both theory and practical everything, sir.
So it's a demo session, right? I need to, okay, not only this, every session, right? Every session, whatever you are attending, keep all the students in point, right? Because people from non-programming, people who have got already knowledge on this cloud, people, everybody will be there, keeping all the students in mind. The session.
This is good, sir. We are expecting this theory also.
Yes.
So you will provide any separate notes, printed notes or
See, if I want to show the practicals directly without all these things, directly within 1 month, 1.5 month, I can complete everything.
Okay, understand. Yeah.
Not even
That's
1
why-
month, even 20 days, we can complete all this directly showing all this. Right? So which includes all this, right? Step by step, we need to, why we need to go before going with another thing. What is the drawback of the current thing? We need
So
to
only you are providing running notes or any material also,
So
PDFs or something?
whatever notes I'll be providing, I will format it and will provide you, right? If that is sufficient, and everything is practical oriented, there won't be anything theoretical, right? But to make you understand what is that, first I'll discuss about it. We'll go with the practicals next.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So any new topics, anything comes right, first I'll make you understand what it is for. Next we'll be seeing it practical. So everything, people from non-programming also, not a worry, right? Everything you'll understand. There is no prerequisite, only like basic SQL knowledge you need to have. And for this basic Python knowledge is required for this PySpark. Yes.
Vijay, from next week onwards, from Monday, Tuesday, are you showing any screens of code Azure?
First,
Are you
okay.
making any practical something like?
Yes, I'll be showing you on, right? So yes, I'll be showing you how to creation of these things, right? Resources, resource groups, the resource group, how to create these resources, those things I'll be showing you, right? So if you have got, okay, 1 second. Don't know like subscriptions, 1 second, everyone. Meanwhile, right? Azure free trial, you can say, just type Azure free trial. Create your free account today. So just try to create, you will get this, create your free account today. Just enter your details, the things which are required. First thing is Microsoft account. If it doesn't have, create one Microsoft account. Credit card is required. Credit card, it is not going to deduct any amount from you. Just for your identity verifications, you will be entering your details. Just it will only take 2 rupees from your credit card, and later again it is going to refund it. And also it is going to add 200 worth credits, right? $200 worth credits to your account, and you can use it within 1 month. So just create your free account today, everyone. But you need to provide just your company details, your address details, your credit card details, your mobile number, your email ID. These things, everything should be for your identity verifications, right? Create your account. Just create your account. Later I'll show you on Monday, right?
Sir, after 1 month is over, we can create one more tag again with same credit card and same.
Yes.
Same details.
Not with the same credit card, with a different credit card, with a different email ID, with a different mobile number.
Okay.
It is 12 months free, right?
Some services are free. Some services are free for lifelong. Some services are free for up to 12 months. And some services will be chargeable, right? And as pay as you go, right? Generally, as you are utilizing the resources, it is as you are consuming the resources, the credits will be deducted. For example, if your credits got deducted, you cannot work further. Even though it is giving free, right? There are some resources which will be utilizing your credits. So at that time, if you are utilizing the credits, suddenly, if you are using some kind of databases, for example, it has provided you some credits, but you have used it, you cannot work further on that until you go for the paid workout, right?
So for our entire session, for our entire curriculum or for our entire session for the 3 months, do we require any credit sessions we need to buy from the Azure?
So everything I'll be without anything. for this training sessions, for your practice purpose, don't go for these paid things, right? Everything for free accounts only, you can manage the things. So everything I'll make you clear.
So Vijay, like my account also already got expired, I think. So how we can, do we need to go for paid or something like that?
So you have with another credit card, with another mail ID, with another mobile number, you can just
Okay, that's all.
and also one more,
Mhm.
you can get any number of accounts, Microsoft account.
Okay, okay.
Microsoft account should be a different one. Your that is mail ID
Mhm.
and credit card, email, phone number. These things should be different.
Okay,
fine.
we need a different credit card.
Yes. Even
Okay.
last day, right? Even I didn't check with the debit cards, but yesterday students were saying that even they are getting with debit card also.
Oh, debit card also we can use. Okay, MasterCard, I think, right?
I didn't try with that debit cards, but anytime. But yesterday students were saying we tried with debit card, it's working. They are saying,
It is
but
for 21 days only, I think, right?
so I'm not clear about it. But debit card also, it's working. It says.
Okay, so if you are going with paid, right, how much amount it will cost
So
approximately?
I won't. That is depends upon the resource to resource, right? Whatever we are using the
No,
services.
for our training purpose, I mean.
So training purpose, I can go with free only. Why I won't recommend people, right? Sometimes it will be deducting the amount you cannot expect it. So,
Okay, okay, yeah,
so
I face
you
that
just
issue.
free means it never detects anything. It will never detect. It stops.
Mhm.
It will just stops their account there. You cannot use it. So, in the Monday session, I'll be briefing you much on that.
Mhm.
Monday and Tuesday sessions about this practical part. Yes. Right. So first, I'll be going with ADF. I said right. First, I'll be going with ADF. First, I'll be discussing with ADF building blocks.
Okay.
ADF building blocks you need to understand, right? One by one before I go with the practical part. Okay. So any other queries, right? Yes. So
Yeah,
you need to,
Vijay.
yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
You mentioned about Databricks. So can we say Databricks also is a kind of ETL or ELT tool?
See, Spark, generally Spark, Hadoop, Spark, all these, they are performing the same thing, right? They are going to process the data. So
Okay.
just extracting the data, transform the data, but it's not, it's just for a processing purpose. Generally, what you are using in this, it's processing, right? What is the word to process the data? Internally, 1 second, you are writing some data flows. In ADF, data flows are there. Data flows, I'm saying zero coding tool. Even ADF is a zero coding tool. But internally, how this ADF is executed? Internally ADF, that notepads also, they are converted into Databricks jobs and they are executed in Spark. You're not writing any code there, but internally they are converted into Databricks and they are executed in Spark level. So here also processing the data. Spark is for processing the data, right? Means transformation, everything we are going to transformations, processing everything we are going to do by using Spark. Where Spark is providing many functionalities, many inbuilt functions for this processing it.
Okay.
Right.
So
Okay.
Vijay, the sessions that we would have next week are also the demo sessions or the actual training sessions, Vijay?
But I didn't get you.
The sessions that we gonna have on Monday. So are those part of the demo sessions or the actual or regular sessions?
So actually yesterday was session 1, today is session 2. Monday will be session 3, session 4, in that way it continues. So we'll be asking the students to attend the first 4 sessions to check the
Okay.
training levels. So Monday and Tuesday also people can attend the sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
So from the timing will be changing from the next week or from Wednesday you are going to make it?
Yes, yes. So when the link is going to change, right? So we'll be making it to 9 a.m. in the morning. Right?
So it will be from Wednesday?
Wednesday it is going to be.
9 to okay, okay. Any
And
chance
so
it further comes down? Sorry.
Further?
I mean, moves back to 8 o'clock or something like that.
You want at 8 o'clock? No. At 9 o'clock only it is.
Okay, okay, okay.
Right.
So we'll have to make sure the payment is done before Tuesday, and the screenshot is also sent to the DurgaSoft
Yes,
that
yes,
mail ID. Okay.
yes, yes. In the chart, you can see, right? We have got a separated team for that online team and a video team where they'll be up. The video you can see, right? Yesterday's video, are you able to see?
Yeah, yeah.
In the chart,
I checked that.
in the demo video, you can see, right? In the chart, you can see demo video, yesterday's demo video. They uploaded in the YouTube, right? And course content, ADF course content, AD course content, right? And the demo link means people. Duration is 3 months. The demo link for Monday, same link. Monday and Tuesday also you can follow this. Can follow the same link, the video link, and they have given the course details and the payment details, and the payment process and the procedure and the contact
Where is
details
this
online.
email, payment, this link? Is it in, is it sent to
Zoom chart.
some reason I'm not able to use? I joined late. Is it like this? No. Okay.
1 second.
And also the running notes also I asked. So just in case.
Can you see in the Zoom chart, it is available a big message given by this DurgaSoft at 10:40.
No, that is not there. I joined late actually.
Okay, 1 second. Once again, I'm pasting it.
Mm-hmm.
Message is too long. Trying multiple.
Sir, this class is not at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. every day.
It will be from next week. It will be at 9 a.m. in the morning.
I have just pasted it, Vijay.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
think that's the one you were referring to.
Yes. And 1 second, I'll just forward these notes, whatever we did yesterday and today. Just give a second. Yes. Now you can check it, right? The notes in the chart. AD notes I kept, right? Yesterday's and today's what all we discussed, right? Okay, so I'm signing off for now and meet you on Monday again at 10 o'clock, right? Thank you all for your time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Vijay, one question. If I need to check about the course fee structure, can I reach you? Can I get your number or anything?
No, actually, you can
Because-
got the contact details of that, right? They will be dealing with that fees things, right?
Yeah.
You got-
So one question, last question.
Yes.
Vinay. See, this course, right? ADF, it's okay for 9 o'clock. But what about if I want a much earlier time for Databricks? Is there any feasibility? I mean, any?
So there'll be some, even we are planning for Databricks on Saturdays and Sundays weekend batches.
Okay.
So if you want to attend parallelly also, right? People from the different batches, morning, evening batches of ADF or AD,
When is that going to start? Any idea?
in the coming, just it takes like nearly 1 week or 2 weeks of time. Still, it is not announced.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a Saturday and Sunday weekend batch for this Databricks.
How many
We
weeks
need
it
to
will
pay
be?
for that again.
Pardon?
Is
need
it
to
like a
pay.
full-time weekend? Are you talking about like 2 weeks, something like that?
Not like the Azure Data ADE, it's
Mhm.
only Databricks.
Yeah. What I'm asking is it like a 1 hour class weekend or like is it
So
like
like 2
full
hours
day?
on Saturday, 2 hours Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday, 4 hours.
Okay.
4 hours
So
per
will
week.
it be, will it be, will it be fine if we can go with the same fee structure or?
So
Pardon?
when is that going to start? Any idea?
Will it be fine if we can go with the same fee structure or? 9 o'clock.
So like 4 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday, 4 hours. So you people also, people who wants, you can attend it. If you are paying that, if you have got enrolled for Azure Data Engineering, in that you will be getting Databricks also, right? You can attend that.
Okay.
Okay, it's an additional thing you are saying, right?
No,
I
no,
meant to say, I meant to
people who want to reduce the time, right? Means
Okay,
if you want.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
that's what we are also looking for.
Yes. So whenever you people are attending ADF, first time starting with ADF, right? Parallelly, if you want to go with ADB, so there'll be a batch going to start in the weekends.
But do you think like
not only that,
Mhm.
if any other in the weekdays also, if you people wants, if any Databricks, a new batch is started, we can also attend it, I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Now, as of now, the next week onwards will be at 9 o'clock, right? 9 to 10 it will be, right? Okay. So there is a evening batch also available that started 1 week ago, right? Fine.
Thank you.
So I'm stopping for now. We'll continue on Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you.